Hey everyone, a little bit of a different type of video this time. I don't usually use rumors or supposed leaks, but with so many out there, even I couldn't escape them and have seen a few, and some things are starting to connect. Now relax, I'll be vague for now, at least until the intro music. Consider this the spoiler free section. But with some of the new things we're getting in Pokemon Legends ZA and what we've sort of learned about Generation 10, I think we're in for some Easter eggs that will all tie back once we see the new Generation 10 region. It's still kind of loose, and that's what I need your help with. Alright, last chance. Spoiler territory on the other side. Hello trainers, I'm Rival John, and I admit I'm weak when it comes to spoilers for a new game. Some spoilers, that is. I know there are story spoilers out there for Pokemon Legends ZA. I have not seen them, and I don't want to. Mechanics, new Pokemon, sure, but story and plot are things I like to experience for myself. So the most spoilery we're getting for Legends ZA are what we all expected with this new game, the new set of Mega Evolutions. At first, the assortment of Pokemon they chose seemed kind of random. I mean, the Kalos starters probably should have already had them, so that was to be expected. Same goes for the starter trio. I mean, they had to give them something to change things up. But all the other Pokemon, at first, don't tie together. And then the leakers dropped the region Generation 10 is supposedly, allegedly, maybe going to be based on. Listen, I always take rumors or leaks with a grain of salt. But here's where things get good. If they are right, then Pokemon Legends ZA is the perfect installment to lead right into what's likely to be one of the biggest generations in franchise history. So let's start with the leak that says Generation 10, codename Project Gaia, will be set in a region at least partly based on Greece. Leaker account Centro says it'll be the Cyclades, an archipelago of islands in the Aegean Sea that are a part of Greece. I mean, it was only a matter of time. Pokemon in recent generations has really tried to recreate areas of our world in Pokemon fashion. And the history and mythology of Greek culture is a goldmine for all kinds of epic stories and Pokemon designs. I mean, there has to be countless fan-made regions that take Greek or Roman aspects into consideration. I knew eventually they'd come around to this area of the world. In fact, I first suspected it a few years ago, back when Pokemon was putting out their Generations shorts. Episode 18, titled The Redemption. In this one, we see AZ launch the ultimate weapon, the story of his desperate attempt to be reunited with his beloved Floette, and the dark deeds he had to commit in order to do so. The ultimate weapon was powered by the life force of Pokemon. From that blast came the Mega Stones that are found all throughout Kalos. It's not even a stretch to think the Pokemon whose life energy fueled the blast could be the ones who have Mega Forms, their life force imprinted and crystallized within the Mega Stones. Professor Sycamore theorizes the Mega Stones were created by special stones, possibly evolution stones, that were irradiated by the power of Xerneas and Yveltal. But it's this one frame that caught my attention. It's where the blast hits, and it answers one key question: who was Kalos at war with? This frame shows us the city who perished because of the ultimate weapon 3,000 years ago. The region, as of now, still unnamed, but a closer look at this building right here. Tell me, what does that remind you of? To me, it kind of looks like an Acropolis, just like the one you can see today in Athens, Greece. Yep. I think the region that Kalos was at war with is the region we're going to visit in Generation 10. I think Kalos was at war with this Greek-inspired region, and at least one of the cities in that region was the victim of the ultimate weapon. But wait, Rival, you might be saying. That's just one frame in a spin-off short. There's no way they meant for that to be anything else, right? Besides, there's Greek temple-looking monuments in Sinnoh, with the Celestica people. That's true. However, while I know the Pokemon world isn't a one-to-one with our world, I still don't think a Japanese-based region like Sinnoh, or rather Hisui at that point, would be close to a French-based one. Even so, when we arrive in Hisui in Pokemon Legends Arceus, sure, there are settlements, but nothing like a major city that could house a nation of people that could go toe-to-toe with the Kalos army. The region is still pretty wild, which brings me to my next idea. If the life force of Pokemon used to power the ultimate weapon possibly created the Megastones in Kalos, well, what about the area that was hit? Did that energy, if and when it wiped out that city, create Megastones for the victims of the blast? Perhaps Megastones were created in that region as well. We know the blast was powerful. It shot far up into the atmosphere, irradiating meteorites that rained back down, especially in Hoenn. That's at least my headcanon for why the Mega phenomenon is so prevalent in Hoenn. Rayquaza is said to have ingested enough meteorites that it can Mega evolve at will. So why not think the ground zero for the ultimate weapon blast could have a similar effect? And that brings me to the rumored / leaked list of new Mega Pokemon that are being introduced in Legends ZA. Why have we not seen these Megastones until now? Where did the Megastones come from? Are they just more rare in Kalos, or are these Pokemon that live in this Generation 10 region, who were the victims of the ultimate weapon? Not because they powered it, but because they were on the receiving end of it. Years after starting his research, Sycamore is still trying to learn more about the Mega phenomenon in Kalos, and he could have heard of this other region besides Hoenn, where it's also happening, where new Megastones previously unknown are being found. And y'all, this is where I had the breakthrough. Credit to Pokeos, by the way, for compiling this list. Link in the description, by the way. So hear me out. What if the new Mega evolutions are somehow inspired by the region of, I'll just call it Gaia for now. By which I mean they could be designed with some Greek mythology or history in mind. This is the first one that really got me thinking. The proposed Mega Dragonite. Right now, it's the one with the most detailed description. The new Mega Dragonite form is supposed to be getting wings to its design. Even here in the description, it specifically references Hermes, the Greek messenger god, the quick-footed god that would travel at incredible speeds across huge distances. But I figured, well, that's just one Pokemon, right? Well, take a look really quick at Mega Drampa with its storm cloud aesthetic. To me, this looks like Old Man Zeus atop a thundercloud, ready to strike someone down with a thunderbolt. Mega Chandelure adds more wispy flames and gets one reminiscent of a crown shape. Could even be referencing Hades, god and ruler of the underworld. Mega Barbaracle, with its extra barnacle hands, could be a reference to the 100-handers, which, yes, pretty self-explanatory, were creatures of Greek myth that had 100 hands. Mega Scolipede, accentuating more centaur-like features. Mega Phalanx is giving Ares, god of war. Mega Dragalge, with its two antlers that form, quote, trident shapes. A trident like the one Poseidon wields. And this one sort of opened the floodgates. Mega Malamar is said to get skinnier, a slimmer shape with longer tentacles, just like...
Release the Kraken!
Now, look, I admit I can't find connections for each of the 27 Megas yet. We can't even be sure these design elements are legit. All we have are secondhand descriptions. But hey, if you have any ideas, don't be afraid to comment down below. So let's review. Greece seems to be the next region we're going to. It's possible that we may finally get an answer for who fought in the Kalos War 3,000 years ago. That war cost the lives of many Pokemon on both sides, but also created the Megastones we see today. And those Megastones could include various ones we're seeing for the first time in Legends ZA, feeding into Project Gaia in 2026. And if this truly is what Game Freak and Pokemon are planning, there's no reason not to expect some hints getting dropped foreshadowing Generation 10 in Legends ZA, connecting Kalos to Gaia. So that's why I think Pokemon Legends ZA is the perfect lead-in for Generation 10. A big thanks for making it this far into the video. If you're new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. That lets YouTube know this is the type of video to recommend to other Pokemon fans. Check out my other videos, especially if you like shiny Pokemon. Leave a comment and join the conversation. Follow me on all my social media so we can talk Poke theories. And as always, share with the Pokemon nerd in your life. So, tell me, is Pokemon Legends ZA going to be a stepping stone right into Gen 10? Are we going to be seeing little hints in the designs of the new Mega Pokemon that point us toward Greece? Is Gaia the mysterious region that fought Kalos 3,000 years ago and suffered the devastating impact of the ultimate weapon? Late 2025 will be here before you know it. Until next time, trainers.